Earlier this week, I did a video highlighting how Oliver Anthony's Rich Men North of Richmond seem to be pissing off all the right people. And guess what? Thousands of you agree with that take. We've got an incredible selection of comments in the comment section. Let's jump into it. Hey folks, Mark here with The Rational Workforce. Thanks so much for tuning in. So today's video should be a quick one. I just wanted to recap. So about 5 or 6 days ago, I did a video that highlighted Oliver Anthony's Rich Men North of Richmond, and it specifically focused on how the media seems to be obsessed with painting this as like a far-right anthem. And some outlets and some online commentators even went so far as to call him racist, even though there was nothing about race in his video. And I can't begin to tell you how much this has exploded, surprisingly so, for this little tiny channel. As it stands now, I'm looking at the stats. We've got over 40,000 views, almost 3,000 hours of watch time, and 412 new subscribers. So a bunch of new folks tuning in. Thank you so much. Welcome. We hope you continue to love the coverage you see here. But one of the things that really impressed me the most about the reactions to this video, forget the numbers, it's the comments that people left from across the political spectrum and really across the world. So first and foremost, if you watched it, if you commented, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to write in. And some of you really did pour your hearts out, and I want to make sure that we cover some of that. If you happen to miss that video, I'm going to put a link right up here somewhere at the top of this screen. You'll be able to link to the original video that we're talking about. But let's get into it. Let's take a look at some of the comments that folks have left for us. So the first one I want to highlight is from Meaning What 8371. And this person said, I love your response to OA's song and the general reaction to it. It triggered a mass conversation, one way or another, individual persons as well as the triggered media. At least the line is getting clearer on where each stands. That's a great viewpoint, right? And I think the more vocal people are against this tells you a lot about where they sit on the political spectrum. So sometimes it's better to know who you're up against. This next comment is from Deborah Carroll 2172. I'm not right-wing, and I love this song. It speaks to me as no song has for a long time. I am left, not far left. In fact, I think of myself as a middle type, but still definitely left-leaning. I'm also a strong union member and supporter. I think this song is not dividing, but pulls people together. Spot on, Deborah. Thanks for sharing that. Another comment here. Michael Lynch, 2459. This is a really great song. Very political, but not polarized, as its truths are something that most people can relate to. While people on the right seem to claim the song because the author is white, rural, southern, don't let this fool you. This is dead center. Not right or left because it's based on the idea that most politicians in Washington are corrupt and have sold out. They do not represent the interests of common people that pay the larger portion of the taxes the government receives. They are all a sellout to special interests. It's a great song because it connects with common people instantly and really gets them thinking about what's going on. And I think that's a big part of it, right? Is that whether you agree with the lyrics or not, at least it's making you think. And there's not a lot in the music industry that can say that today. So let's take a look at another one. This is from Mark Brawley, 3198. Thank you for your overall coverage in a limited time frame. It's disgraceful for the employers, like you said, to feed these setbacks. I just recently lost my job for bringing up these issues. I was blown out because, well, I wish I had the time to discuss the reasons for why they do the things they do. This happened about a month before the song. It's totally disgraceful and disgusting that the elites are intimidated by a local small-town countryman telling the truth from all of our hearts. Amen. I think that reflects how a lot of people are feeling about this, Mark. Good luck in the new job search. Been there, done that. We know how you feel. So go get him. This is from Todd W Mack. Good stuff, thanks. He speaks a truth that many do not want spoken. Having worked in Fortune 20, public sector, and nonprofit, I can attest that there are those who will always deny the truths that diminish their exploitative angles. We need to protect people like Oliver Anthony and Tom MacDonald, people who sing the truth and spit the facts that we need to hear. Again, Todd, spot on comment. Thanks for sharing that. Let's go to another one. This is from Pernicious Chattel 5211. Great screen name. If I tell people my opinions, I might be labeled left-wing or even radical left. But no reporter is ever going to take Oliver Anthony's brilliant music from me. He is my hero for bringing me together with everyone else terrified by the direction of our world. I mean, that's powerful, right? And I think that there's a part of this comment that I really love. No reporter is ever going to take Oliver Anthony's brilliant music from me. And that's the hallmark of a great songwriter, right? When you hear something and it immediately becomes personal and part of you, that's what this viewer reflected. And again, thanks for taking the time to share that comment. All right, a little bit of a longer one, but I think it's great. This is from Gregory Foster, 8179. A couple of days ago, I saw an article posted by one of the mainstream TV channels that tried to paint Anthony as a right-wing zealot and provocateur. I messaged the writer, letting them know how crappy that was to try and slam this guy who had a real message to share in a great tune and heartfelt performance that touches us all, right and left, globally even. I had criticized them for if they had done any basic research at all, they would have seen his statement that he was not a partisan. This writer and I had a running conversation via Messenger, where I was ultimately told it was their editors that were pushing the right-wing angle. They were telling me the truth. Were they telling me the truth or just trying to avoid embarrassment for their lack of research or maybe their own biases? I think probably a little bit of both. It's a damn shame. And, you know, Gregory, thanks for sharing the comment. And it is really interesting. I spent a little bit of my time. I was a journalism major, and I spent some of my time during college working for a major metropolitan daily. And nothing nefarious. I'm not sharing any slander, but it is incredibly eye-opening to understand how an editor or an editorial director or a managing editor can sit there and elevate or spike stories based on his or her kind of own perceptions of what they want to hit the papers. Now, I think the game's changed a lot since those days. This was the mid-90s. But it's incredible how a narrative can be shaped. And, you know, I think that this viewer, this subscriber, is actually bringing up some interesting questions. So again, thanks for sharing that. You know, another one to highlight is that I'm really surprised by the number of people kind of globally who tuned in on this and who really feels a connection to this song that at once feels uniquely American, but also is tapping into just some universal truth. So CSB 78 wrote, the divide and conquer approach has been used by both political sides. As Anthony himself articulated in a follow-up video, they both serve the same master, one that does not have our best interests at heart. And then Mr. Jazzdog 107 replied to this, I love this song and it means so much to me in the UK. So again, global reach. And here's another one to reinforce that. This is from Madison Shikolai. Madison, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I'm Russian American and I think this song represents both my homes very well. Russia and now living in America. I mean, it's incredible, right? It's incredible how this song has tapped into something that's so universal. And then let's close out on this one. This is from Golf Gal 98. I love this song. It's a call to the working class, an anthem that so many people can identify with. But if you read the liberal establishment media, you would think that only redneck conservatives like this song. Since I'm an ardent leftist, I decided to do a little research on my own to see who else was really liking this song. What happened surprised me after I checked out at least 15 or more black YouTube channels, and every one of them loved this song and said they could really identify with it. This song is universal and appeals to a massive swath of the public, regardless of race, age, gender, political beliefs, or even geography. We all know there's something terribly wrong with the systems that exploits each of us and impoverishes us physically, emotionally, and economically. This song is a truth bomb. Golf Gal 98, awesome sentiment. I think you nailed a lot of things there. And so again, folks, the response to that video has been overwhelming. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone for tuning in. We got comments, you know, some comments were nasty because it's the internet. But we'd love to hear more of what you think. I'd love to hear more about what types of content you'd like to see this channel cover. And for me personally, it's incredible to see comments from folks on the left and the right kind of come together and rally around something. The whole reason I built this channel was because I felt like there was this rational middle ground that was really being largely ignored. And the response to this video and the comments section really kind of reaffirmed that maybe I'm on the right track. So if this is your first time joining us, thank you. If you're a returning visitor, thank you. Please ring the bell, click like, click subscribe, do all the things. We are growing by leaps and bounds, and I couldn't be more appreciative for you all. Thanks for lending your voices and your support. With that, we're going to sign off. I hope you have an amazing day. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, folks.